Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here for another episode of Kenshi, episode 42. Thanks for tuning in. So this episode, I have some lofty goals. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve them, but not for lack of trying. So the first thing I'm going to do is have Dr. Chung research copper alloys. In fact, I'll just dump all of my engineering research in there. Wike here is still duking it out with the Dust King for training. And what I'm going to be doing is queuing up some more blades. I want a bunch more Naginata katanas. Looks like the mercenary plate is done. I was given some thought. Mercenary plate doesn't have 100% stomach coverage and arm coverage. So it's good, really good, don't get me wrong, but it might not be part of our regular getup as a result. I haven't decided quite yet. So we're getting copper alloys researched, and that's going to be for some specific task I have in mind. And Rhadamant is near Bad Teeth. Oh yeah, just about on top of Bad Teeth, heading home. Wike is super encumbered. Still trying to train. Just looking at all of my lovely weapons that I have. Oh, everyone's getting targeted for some attacks here. Yeah, occasionally Fogmen will just sort of wander in. And when they do, you know, gotta deal with them. This Dust King's not doing so well, which means I'm doing quite well. Gotta remind Rhadamant how to get here every now and then. He was stuck in Bad Teeth briefly. So we have the copper alloys now. So the next thing I want to do is to first get some additional wells. So we have a nice surplus of water. And all you veterans probably know where I'm going with this. And then, for crafting, let's get a copper alloy bench going. Guess I can tuck it in here. And I'm going to have Chung craft this out. I'm actually going to take Chung off of some of the other workbenches he has going on. Ooh, the fog is moving in. I'm shaking in my boots. The more I armor up the Dust King, the more fighting he can do. So I'll just keep wailing on him until he's unconscious. Wike, being a robot and all, doesn't have that much of a problem going toe-to-toe with the dude. Alright, so we got our wells up. I am getting some copper plates manufactured. Oh, Wike must be done, because, well, he's not in combat anymore. Oh, you're playing dead. Alright. Have fun with it. I'm just, let's see. I don't even need to man the turrets. Look at how much noise they make before they die. Very noisy species. Should have played dead, buddy. Should have kept fighting. Leave my prisoner alone. No, unfortunately for me, Wike doesn't actually have a weapon at the moment. Well, they were defeated pretty soundly and quickly. Don't know why I'm sleeping Hamet. So Mr. Wike, we need to give you your weapon back. First things first, let's make some room here. Generator cores are always wonderful because they store so much stuff. And then Katana, Wakasashi. That is the combo I'm looking for. Beautiful. We've got a bunch of masked helmets rolling off the line. I'm also going to queue up a samurai helmet for comparison and samurai boots and one more police helmet. The hivers can't wear the masked helmets, but they can wear police helmets. Hence the need for a variety. Oh, Rhadamant is home. And I am too far from green. Where is green? I want to give green some extra bolts. Switching my shoes around. Maybe take some of the first aid kits. Now my main character is also going to get these Naginata Katana, Wakasashi, a combo. In fact, that's going to be, until I level up more on Dex, that's pretty much the MO of how everything's going to be. And we have plenty of copper plates. So the next thing is to go into farming and do the hemp processor. Hemp processors have to be put inside. I'm going to put it closest to the door because it needs water. And this makes drugs. So the purpose of the copper plates, copper alloy plates, is that that is what is required for the hemp processor. As for storage, copper alloys really don't need indoors because we're not going to go through a lot of it. And then I also need hashish storage. And I'll put that right in there. Okay, so I have Dr. Chung on full-time hashish manufacturing. This will help to supplement the income. Right now, as it is, we make our money by basically selling armor. And it's not bad, but there's somewhat of a limited ROI there. Ooh, a mast helmet that's only high grade. What happened? That's going straight to the vendor. So I'm just trying to outfit them all. Oh, I guess we already have our samurai helmet. So the samurai helmet has a melee attack bonus of -4, but if we side by side to a mast helmet, it has higher stats. I mean, it's a heavier armor. I think I'll give it to Kang. He is pretty high melee to begin with, so he can afford the stat hit, I think. And probably every one of my guys are going to have a hodgepodge. You know, I could put all the Shek in samurai helmets. 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Because they're sort of the heavy hitters. Why is Shrike having lower skill? She's currently hurt? Is that it? Really? The barely injured left arm? I guess, let me take a step back. If you're a master craftsman, I suppose it makes sense that any little injuries might have you down. And then all the other robots are also going to have this Wakizashi Naginata combo. So I need some Wakizashis as well. And the purpose being, when you're indoors, the Wakizashis will be used. The game actually automatically... Whoa, Hobbs. Whoa there, buddy. Having a little bit of pathing issues. I might need to move some things around. Let's go pick them up. And reset them. See if this works. If we just do it the once. So as I was saying, you will automatically switch weapons. So, yeah, that is the whole purpose of the... Oh, I don't need stone on me. That's the purpose of the Wakizashi. So when we go indoors, a lot of the bigger weapons have indoor penalties, -4 penalty, and then this is a +4 penalty and an attack bonus. So it's better to be using the Wakizashis indoors. And I believe that characters will kind of automatically swap to what's best, if I recall correctly. So as you can see, we have a lot of sort of old and rejected armor that we can go ahead and sell, which will be great. And because of the hashish sales, we are, in fact, making headway on our huge surplus of hemp. So another thing I wanted to do is have Pengu load down on iron and copper. We have a whole lot of iron in the community here, and I don't think there's a need to keep it all. So Pengu is building strength and athletics, following it super slow speeds. As for lighting, let's toss some more. We can afford it. Some more lighting in here. Get the first floor well lit. Alright, Shrike, you are back and healthy. Please be making better armor. The high grade took me by surprise. There we go. Now it's straight specialist. Stubbs, would you plate beat? Trying to get some more armor plating. And his stats are... his armor smithing's not terrible. So also, all of the ores that are on Pingu, I do intend to trade as well. I intend to sell them for cash. We want to pick up some more blueprints for the armors that we want to eventually craft. So that's the whole purpose of that. Aramid, you look very wounded. Let me do a quick health check. Anyone that's even a little hurt, I'm going to put to sleep. Like Molly really should be asleep. She's a crafter. And then being a crafter, whenever you're wounded, you'll make inferior stuff. Mew. I guess Bark, you're fine. Most of these guys will be full almost immediately. They weren't very wounded. They were just enough that it might affect their job performance. Ugh, that's gross. Bard is trying to get through that backlog. Alright, Jafar is up. Green needs some healing. Beep does, but not really. He's pretty all set. Okay. Looking good. So, ooh, a masterwork. Hello. So if we compare these two, masterwork and specialist, 63 to 54, 90 to 86, more harpoon resistance. Some really good benefits of the top tier. And then, as for the samurai boots, if we look at the samurai boots, it's not a fair comparison because these drifters are only high grade. So let's... Do we have drifters that are better? We might not. We've been sort of ignoring foot armor for... Oh, no, here we go. Jane's has it. Okay, so the difference here is very clear. You have the same amount of coverage, but the blunt and cut is a lot higher on the samurai. But the issue is it slows your dodge and athletics, whereas the drifter's boots do not. So the only people that should use these are ones that are already not super slow. So King, for instance, if I put him on the samurai boots, his run speed becomes 20 from 22. So, yes, ideally I will eventually have most of the tanks be running with drifter's boots, but for now I might not do that so that they are faster. I value run speed pretty highly because without run speed, terrible enemies that want to kill you get to catch you. At about 20, you're going to outrun almost most things, though. So it wouldn't be a terrible idea. Oh, there's another samurai helmet. Specialist grade. And I'm going to have a really weird sort of mixed armor. And that's just how I'm going to run. It'd be a little strange, but Pingu. Very encumbered, but building up strength nicely, I guess. Jafar is bolting all around him. It's kind of funny. Output is full. What you talk about? Oh, right. Yeah, we can't actually remove that. That's a problem. No, it's not quite up to the same weapon standards as our other weapons, but doesn't mean I won't use it. I'll just grumble a little bit when I have to. Alright, Ruka, you get this one, I guess. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to outfit my guys a lot better because the next thing I want them to do is really dangerous, which is raid an ancient lab full of enemies that want to make mincemeat out of my limbs. I'm totally okay with that, mind you. I'll just have to remember to bring a lot of beds and a lot of meds. Okay, we have another masterwork helmet. Let's give that to Ruka, and then the remainder of the Shek will get the specialist. Very nice. I would say, if anything, it really helps to differentiate the classes of people I have. So it's very, very clear who the Shek are now that they have these helmets. Then I'm also going to want to pop out, I think I just did it, another police helmet for Silvershade. The perception bonus is easily ignored for melee. He's mostly a meleeer. This will get sold, I guess. Rhadamant can afford the speed hit because he's already pretty fast. Hence the change of boots. What are you working on, Dr. Chung? You say you're idle, but why? There should be plenty of water around. Oh, because your inventory's full. Yeah, man. There you go. He wasn't hauling to the box. Because I'm a genius. So one of the things I really want to get done before I hit up the Ancient Lab is to get these better helmets rolled off the line. And the reason for them is because the enemies I'm going to be facing have a non-zero chance to basically one-shot me if I don't have superior helmets on my head. And I definitely do not want to lose anyone like that. That would be terrible. Just being instantly annihilated. And what I think I'm going to do is just focus on the Naginatas for now. I'm going to be fighting robots, and yes, the Naginata katanas have a penalty to fighting robots, but not nearly as bad as the katanas. The katanas are particularly bad at fighting robots. And another thing I'm going to do is give the home crew some basic weaponry. Well, not that, but some basic weaponry so that when my main group is away, they're not defenseless. I don't want to feel like I have to babysit these guys every day. They're not going to be necessarily the most powerful warriors, but they should be able to pack at least a little semblance of a punch. looks like everyone is getting stuck here. So it is time to move this storage. Put them down. What do we need? We need copper alloys, and I could honestly just put it here. It's not a great spot for it, but it'll be fine. So also on Pingu, I think I'm going to put some of the fabrics inside, because we have been full up on fabrics for a long time. And selling raw fabrics is not that useful. I'd rather create them, well, yeah. I'd rather turn them into medkits. But I don't want to have the process bottlenecked. So we're just about done with the helmets that we need. Actually, I think we're done. And I'm going to make one iron hat. And then what else do we need? Armored rags. I think the rest is probably turtlenecks and stuff like that. So, Shrike. Switch you around. I'm going to crank out some of these clothing. The helmets here, yes. So this helmet is for green, because green is pretty much exclusively our range. And we have a spare mast helmet that we can, I guess, sell. All right. That would be terrible to hold on to outfit. Rhadamant and Pingu. I don't know what you're doing. And then Silver Shade. Where are you, Silver? Come on. You stuck again? No, he's not really stuck. Oh, you are already encumbered. That doesn't make any sense. So now, Silver, you are unencumbered. Let's pick up Pingu. You're at 20. And then... Beep, come with me as well. Or Green. Come with me as well. Trade with Rhadamant. Take some of the loads so he can move a little faster. Okay, so Green, Rhadamant, follow Silvershade. Silvershade, you're gonna run into Mongrel. We're faster than all these fog, given that Silver's at 7. And Silver's holding Pingu, because Pingu's just not gonna be able to make the run there quickly. Pingu is super, super encumbered. And then we can get going, I guess. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Have Shrike wear some of her own clothing. Oh, we also forgot to bring some of the weapons, but those weapons aren't going to fetch that high of a price. Alright, you guys are getting targeted. Not by any princes, though. Not that I see. Kind of wish princes were, like, significantly different color. Or at least for the Fogmen. I kind of get... Oh, yep, there's a prince here. You know what? Let's Prince snipe. Alright, Silver, you can put Pingu down. What a weird, here we go. And then the four of you attack all. Green, you're already dead. Not dead, but you know what I mean. Maybe that was a not so good idea. At least they don't try to round us up for food. I thought we could have taken them. I suppose we can't. That's a good lesson to learn. Pick your fights carefully. Alright, so Silver Shade's legs are pretty messed up. So Green. Pick up Silver. Rhadamant, pick up Pingu. And head into Mongrel. And we'll use the Mongrel beds. I figured, given my proximity to Mongrel and the fact that I have tough dudes, that would work out well. Apparently not. Live and learn indeed. But it's the regular Fogmen that round up bodies. The royals, the princes, and those people don't. They don't bother to do that. Alright, so this should be opening any minute now. Just stand here like a bloke. Holding Pingu. I can put him down. Now that we're here, I can put everyone down. Knock, knock. Open your shop. Alright. We have a lot of assorted armor to sell. And that's all this dude can afford to buy, which is fine. Let's head over to the plate armor, because, wow, they're slow. Well, he's still super encumbered, I suppose. So we're hoping to buy the blueprints off this dude. The unholy chest plate wouldn't be a terrible one to own. Okay, I don't think they have anything here that we're looking for, unfortunately. They do have money. Trade out of range. So Rhadamant, Pingu, green, and silver, and 40 grand. Not bad. I'm gonna poke about. So these guys have most of the blueprints that I already know or don't need. Because I got everyone beat up, I'm going to go... what are you, stuck? And why is we can't fight? Oh, there's some fog coming in. Alright. I'm not even going to worry about that. Home crew will deal with it. No problem. Why are you stuck here? There we go. Healing Pingu. Healing myself. Healing Green. And I should have given Silver Shade the closer bed. I'll do that. Just to make the run home a little bit easier. That iron hat looks very silly. I'll be the first to say. Alright, so she must be wearing the... Yep, she's wearing the turtleneck. Stubbs is built, trying to... Yep, he's building up a nice surplus of plating. We already have a huge surplus of minerals again. It's pretty quick. How's our hashish? Oh, nice. We got some hashish here. Let me go back on 2-speed. I don't want to go so fast that I crash. It's been a recurring problem of mine. Master work grade, Ninja Rags. So the Ninja Rags, as you can see, the crossbow effect is increased, which means we crossbow faster. That's, I think, one of the reasons why I was interested in it. But I think ultimately I'll probably end up with dust coats instead, as they are more versatile. Man, she is a Naginata machine. Wow, our fabrics are already full up. All right, back to Rhadamant. I was going to check out kind of what blueprints, we have 40 grand now, what blueprints I can buy in here. Or even what weapons, because they might have some good ones. I don't need to necessarily manufacture everything myself. So a combat cleaver, for instance, if I had someone good at hacker, does extra damage to robots. Then you have something like desert sabers, which would be really good when I fight spiders. There's a bunch of... Sort of the moral of the story is there's a lot of weapons that are best used situationally. And... none of these are... I mean, some of these are great, don't get me wrong, but none of these are ones I'm immediately about to buy. I need to be... I wouldn't say careful about what I purchase, but because I am purposely keeping myself kind of poor, I don't know whether to make the jump to... like a new bow, like an eagle cross for... I could eagle cross for green. Maybe that wouldn't be the worst idea ever. And those take longs by a whole... unnecessarily a huge amount of longs. And then green and silver. And Pingu. Pingu, you can't even get out of the bed, can you? I was going to pop into the Shinobi Thieves Tower. And see about some more thief backpacks. So I had intended to buy some. Nope, you're not the trader. Where's the trader? Not top floor. Not on second. There he is. Right on the first. Oh, joy. So Black and Chainmail is the armor type I intend to buy eventually. They only have the Black and Chain shirt blueprint here. And they don't have any backpacks for me, so that's a bit of a bummer. Alright, let's trade this beautiful crossbow to green. And some of the bolts. Just for weight encumbrance, I'm going to keep some. I'm probably going to carry him home. Who's faster? Green, you're faster. 18? No. Maybe because you're already encumbered. Silver, you carry Pingu. Yes, perfect. Okay. That's how we got here. Follow. I wonder if following Pingu will work. I guess we'll see. Nope. Not even a little bit. Alright, I have spent a lot of time outfitting my guys. Where are you all going? Oh, you're all following Pingu too? What do I have here? No, I want everyone to stay. And I think what I'm going to do is start to prep for the trip. So what I'll do is put my sleeping bags, have everyone carry at least a sleeping bag. Because I, as I said before, expect to get the snot kicked out of me. And this isn't a bad thing. It's something I just sort of expect to have happen. Because I'm going to be fighting enemies I don't have weapons that are particularly good against, and they're really tough. But there's a lot of profit in those towers. Alright, so Mew already has 3 bags. Actually, Mew, what I'm going to do is have everyone carry their own bag. Which means you put 2 of those away. And then I can very easily count. I need 3 more. Yep. These guys don't seem to be moving. There we go. That's the move order I'm looking for. Alright, so let's crank out 3 more bags. Dr. Chung, have you worked that? What are you doing? I don't need... I can't even follow. He's an odd fellow sometimes. So our hemp is definitely getting cranked through, which is great. We didn't. Having a giant surplus of a really cheap good isn't all that helpful. No, we're even getting through some of the backlog of the fat. Well, no, not really. I was gonna say we're getting through the backlog of the fabrics, but we're not. Looks like I crashed, but it's actually a perfectly fine time to roll credits because I ran out of time. So what I'm gonna do is to make this a doubleheader for today, and I'll have to catch you all in just a minute. Thanks for tuning in, and adios.